Okay, so I said to you I'd come back probably in January, I think I said. It's not January. It's actually only been 6 games. But the reason I'm coming back to you is we're going to continue our FA Vars journey. We're into the first round proper. And today, we've got Deal Town. I'm assuming Noel Edmonds is in charge, right? Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the English Trophy Challenge, episode number 4 I want to say, and we are now tackling the FA Vars first round. I was just looking at our reputation actually, because I had a news item that the Deal Town manager was asked about, asked about team stature and size of Darlaston Town. Is that because we brought in all these good players and are dominating the league? It feels like it probably is, but still. We haven't improved much. It hasn't changed. I don't know why it says that. It's going to be just the one game today, and the reason for it is I want to go a little bit in depth here. We'll go through the previous result first. 6 games, and as I've said, as I'll highlight them here for you. It's been a really dominant 6 games again, 6 wins, and actually it's been a good month of October. 4 wins and 4 clean sheets. The goals not flying as much, but that's okay. You know, keeping the clean sheets is a little bit more important. I've actually managed it a bit differently over the last few days in terms of I've not just been going into, let's just score the goals then. We're winning easily, let it go. I've gone, right, you know what, we're 2-0 up here. Let's make a bit of changes, get some game time to people, but let's close the doors a little bit. Let's keep a clean sheet, and we've started to do that. So that's something we'll look to continue today. But what I want to do is really analyse Deal Town and how we're going to beat them. So they are 8th in the Southern Counties East League Premier Division, which I believe is above. I'm going to check. Hang on. Okay, so they are a Tier 9 team over our Tier 10 team, but I don't think there's a massive difference in the teams, if we're honest. They are, as I say, in 8th position. There's some names in this division that are brilliant, but yeah, there they are in 8th, Deal Town. 14 games played, 7 wins, 1 draw, 6 losses. So very much a mid-table team. They can't seem to get some consistency in their results. And if we look at their fixture list, that's shown there. Red, green. They did lose last time out 4-1 to Hollands and Blair, who are, if we go back to this, not a very good team. Just below them in the table. So that's a big loss for them. So we'll try and look into how they lost that and why they lost that, because I think that's going to be important. Before we do that, though, let's have a look at their team. And for me, if we look at their tactics, they play a 4-5-1. And this, in theory, would give them a little bit of an advantage in the sense of the 5 across the middle. If it was tight here, would be our 4 guys. Logically. Kelleher is the striker. We'll have a quick look at him. 12 finishing isn't bad at all. He'd be a star in our team, but that's due to the other stats. Like, he's 33 years of age. He's got no strength. He's got okay pace for this division, to be fair. Off the ball 9 isn't terrible. If we compare him to Harry Hammett, he's not the player Harry Hammett is as an all-round player, but I'd actually say he's not a bad option for that level. I do think we'll beat them, and I think we'll beat them comfortably, but I want to make sure we're going to beat them comfortably. They've got a couple of loan players. Jack Empson on loan from Kettering Town, which is quite a high division, Vanarama National League North Division. So he is... he's not very good considering he's on loan from them. And in goal, Sam Kingston. He's not bad for a 20-year-old, actually, on loan from Chelmsford City. Again, Vanarama National League South. So he's not terrible, but 15 conceded in 11 appearances. He's kept 4 clean sheets. I just think we've got more about us, right? And the key to that, if we look at the 4-1 against Hollands and Blair, we're going to have to load the team thing, aren't we? There we go. And look at some of the player statistics here. So they play a 4-2-3, 4-1. They play the 4-5-1. You get my point. So if we look at their statistics, you would think they are really good passers of the ball. And they are actually. They are pretty good passes, but not enough passes, you would say. Considering their key attacking player, only 52 passes. hardly any crosses. They don't cross the ball very well. And aerially, I mean, I'm looking at 22 aerial jumps there from Jack Harrison and only 5 from Franklin. So that's where we could win the game, making sure that we're winning this aerial battle here. I think we have the ability to do it. And if we just drop out of this and go into the analytical data, as you can see by the match story, I mean, XG is really bad, but it's the heat map that's really interesting to me. So they spend a lot on they focus their play on the right hand side. But considering they're playing 3 in the middle, that doesn't make a lot of sense to me. But hey ho, they play on this right hand side quite a lot. We tend to focus on the left hand side, but maybe for this particular game, we change it up a bit and focus on the right. Interesting formation that Holland and Blair played, by the way. That is a 5-2-2-1. They didn't play wingers, which is probably why they played the right hand side, with Lyon playing quite well for Deal Town, a 35-year-old. He's not great. But I think De Souza will deal with him quite comfortably. So they were dominated in the middle of the park. So that actually makes me change my mind a little bit. And tactically, for this next game, which we'll get to in a second, I think we need to be focusing in the middle a little bit more. And it just makes me want to do something like this. Maybe is Crowther the better guy for this? If we look at Crowther's technical ability, his passing, it isn't great. Maybe Harry Hammett would be better for it. We'll just compare the two men again. No, actually, Crowther's probably the better guy. I'm just tempted to play a bit of a shadow striker. Now, it says he can't do it. And maybe that's it. Let's just think about it. Let's see how the game starts first. We'll stick him back onto his poacher and see how the game starts. We are going to make changes to this team. This is not the team that's going to... Absolutely not. Let's change this up. We are suffering with an injury, though, at right back, as you can see here. Darrell Berry is currently out, and out for a little while. If we click on the actual injury, right? 9 days he's currently out for. Expected to return, it says 9. Oh, he's been out 9 days. Expected to return in 12 days. And he's been an important player for us, but it does mean that Lloyd Bannister can step in. And considering he's a backup player, he's a pretty solid backup player, and he's done pretty well so far. We managed to keep clean sheets, which is good. I've been managing to get some game time as well, to the likes of Rob Sheridan, for example, has got a bit of game time and done okay without being amazing. But yeah, this is probably the team we're looking at. Lamin Jagney offers a little bit more than Petrovic in the box-to-box role. So Petrovic will drop to the bench for Mr. Tomlinson at least. And actually, that's probably it. What I am going to do for the next game is just lower the tempo down. Let's play short passing, but lower the tempo down. And we're not going to play as wide. Let's play a little bit more narrow. Try and work the ball into the box a little bit more. Don't worry about playing for set pieces. And let's see if we can pass them off the park. Look, we keep the ball really well. We are good. Like if we go into the data hub, what is the right thing? Let's ask for a report here on possession, right? Hang on, possession. Here we go. In the Midland League Division, we are far and away frequently winning the ball, reliable in possession. That is such a good. Wow. Can I change? I don't really want I don't really want that graph. I'd rather have something else. But hello, can we display it in the team analytics? I don't know how this works, but still. And what's really interesting is where we pick the ball up. It's in the higher third of our half, which means that the Petrovics in particular and Lamin Jagney and of course the new midfielder we've signed are doing their job of winning the ball in the midfield and letting the attacking players go on. We complete a large number of passes in this sort of area to then release a Harry Hammett or a Morgan Crowther. That is good from us. Now I know this is tier 10 and I can hear you saying, well, you're going in tactically like this for tier 10, but it's fun. I enjoy this. This is the bit I enjoy. Look, we're dominating the league, right? We are dominant in the league table, and we should. Oh, Mitch Tomlinson's finally gone. Oh, that's brilliant actually, because it was causing a problem. Mitch Tomlinson, who starts the save in with us here at Darlaston Town, but he's got good mentals, physicals aren't bad at all, but the rest we bought in better. But he was on a contract with us, so we had to officially sell him for a free. We couldn't release him for some odd reason. Now he's gone. Enjoy your time there at Nostell Miners Welfare, Mitch Tomlinson. Enjoy it. You're getting paid now. You weren't getting paid with us, so fair play. But yeah, for the record, league table, we are currently 7 points clear at Atherstone Town, who do have a game in hand, so that'll take us to 4 points clear. But, I mean, stuff down here, like 18 goals, Harry Hammett, Morgan Crowther second. Hammett is destroying this league at the moment. Aaron Gilpin's doing very well, though, 9 assists so far. Yeah, so I'm going to be very, very intrigued whether the shorter passing is going to make a difference to us. I think it will. I should probably look at in transition. Let's distribute the ball to the fullbacks and take short kicks, keep the ball well. I'm going to put hold shape actually. I don't want to just counter immediately when possession's been won. Let's hold the shape a little bit, and let's just try and dominate the game. Look, we are dominating the games obviously, and we're winning the games comfortably, but we're not keeping as many clean sheets. And over the last few games we have, I want to continue that, and that may be a way to do it here. I want to be hard to beat, right? I am looking at a potentially unbeaten season with this team. I want to do everything I can to make sure we get there. Let's pick up where we left. I mean, that made no difference to them, did it? I trust you all to make a difference and to make me proud today, and they don't care, so that's good. We're on the hockey pitch for this, which in theory is actually going to help our shorter passing. It may help a wide position though. D'Souza's whipped this in towards Gilpin at the back post, and we've hit the bar from there. I mean, Hammett's keeping it alive here. We're going to zoom in a little bit. I'm hoping our style of play will make a difference now. We are going to have to zoom out and take a look at where we're setting up here. I'm trying to be tactical at the moment, so after this one, I mean, let's pause it there actually. Let's pause it there and just zoom out a little bit. So Alexiev there, when he picks that ball up, and this is kind of the problem with the 4-4-2, only has a couple of options. Ideally, Hammett makes a run down here to set up a space for Crowther to come across the man. I don't think that'll happen. I actually think Alexiev will drive into this position, and maybe it could work as well because he's got a pace. Let's see what he does. As I say, drives into the position. Hammett did kind of make the run, but Alexiev's worked it wide. Jagnet now for D'Souza to whip the ball in, and Gilpin's there again, and we've scored a cross and a header, so that's not quite the tactic we were going with. But okay, we'll take it. Thinking about it, what we don't have on tactically is, when in possession, focus play through the middle. Don't worry about this. Let's focus play through the middle now. And let's see if that makes much of a difference too. Look, we're winning, so that's a good thing, but I want to win comfortably. I want to pause it straight away because it's our defensive shape now. This is the bit that worries me, it's the defensive shape. So their number 9 there is a little bit unmarked, but Finglass should be near him. But when Finglass goes to him, will Jagnet keep a cloud of... Oh, I don't know. It's quite a wide back line here. There is a big gap in this position where Finglass is being dragged over and D'Souza's stuck with Paxman. And I actually wonder what we can do to stop that. It comes from the 4-4-2, because ideally you'd have a defensive midfielder that sticks in this position, meaning Finglass can stay here. I don't know. Let's see how the highlight turns out as they switch the ball across. And again, there is a bit of a gap here in these areas, these little pockets of space that are starting to work the ball through, and all has smacked the crossbar. Wow. The highlight is continuing. So again, we'll pause and look. I can see how this is coming from the counter-attack. Gilpin has got to look the ball into this area here because Harry Hammett's got the pace to get across. Maybe here, actually. Big sweeping one. The keeper is sort of on his toes. We didn't see the highlights, so that's brilliant. But yeah, keep an eye on the gaps in the defensive. I mean, they are getting those gaps and they're working them quite nicely at the moment. Since I've changed to midfield in terms of going through the centre, it actually hasn't worked out how I thought it would. But maybe it will now as we look to keep possession a little bit more, lower the tempo. Bannister's gone on he's gone on a run there. He's made me cough. Out of order. But we're going to keep the ball. We're going to try and these searches, passes, and hopefully find a way through. Alexiev's done just that, and he's hit the crossbar. Okay, the post even. Okay, we've gone long towards Hammett there. We could do with an attacking midfielder. I do think at times we could do with an attacking midfielder. We don't tend to show it that often at the moment. But a game like this, I actually feel like we would really do well with the defensive midfielder. And marking in the box here needs to be good. Because they've got a few men up there and they're going to swing it in now from Maynard. Paxman's at the back post. D'Souza's kind of there. Finglas got a block in. And we kind of got away with it. Look, I'm going to praise them again. Let's get into them a bit more. That is half-time anyway. It's not been the best performance, I'll be honest with you. It's not been the best performance. Their passing isn't great though. Chris Turner on the left-hand side isn't getting involved as much as I want. Hardly any crosses are connecting, so we're doing well in the air. And if we look at our stats, aerially, I say we're doing well in the air. 66% from Louis D'Souza is great, but Allardyce and Finglas are doing an okay job. Okay at best. Passing-wise, is okay. Defensively, fine. I'd like a little bit more from Gilpin and definitely from Alexiev. He is not passing very well at all. I'm going to try something in the second half because I just don't think we're getting the best out of this team today for this game. I'm going to change this up a little bit, okay? And I'm just going to pack the midfield a little bit more. And we need an attack. We don't really have. I mean, I think Jagney can play there actually as an attacking midfielder. He can. And he might even play, stick him in there as an advanced playmaker just to link it up a little bit. And we will bring Alex Petrovic on for growth there. Look, it's a bit more of a defensive move, I'll admit that. But I do think, I just think we may get the best out of that midfield. I don't know. Lamin Jagney is going to have a bit more of an attacking position. I'm going to say our passing's been good so far because that's what we're trying to change. That's inspired them. That's good. And let's just see. You know, it may make a difference. It may not make a difference. But we're just going to change things up and just see. It may force them to change things up a little bit. They do have a defensive midfielder, and this is what we're trying to do: is stick someone on there to meet the possession a bit better. Like possession's only 52%. We are not keeping the ball as well as I would like. Shagney's playing quite well though. I mean, we are flying through here. We are down into the 68. So we will praise the boys and probably get some game time for people now. It's only 1-0. I'm aware of that. Alexiev's not having a good game, so let's get Nigel Harris on the left-hand side where he can play comfortably. I mean, I'm looking at Walker. And I'm thinking, Harry Hammett's not had the game he likes to have. Let's get Cameron Walker on. He might get a goal on the break. I saw 3 changes, admittedly, which is a bit of an annoyance. 68 minutes on the clock. It isn't quite time-wasting time yet. You don't want to bring the pressure on too much. But these are the sort of games we've been having lately. We've been managed to win these sort of games. Corner in there. We're going to get something from the set piece. I thought we could have done, It sort of stopped weirdly. Bounced in the penalty area, so it's a shame we couldn't get on the end of that. But maybe from here we can build from the back. Adebayi and Jagney look now getting involved, working the triangles into Walker. This is better, working a bit of triangles. Broke down because of the extra man as we were trying to break, but maybe the triangles are the better way to go. Petrovic has just gone long towards Walker, who's gone for it, blocked. Gilpin keeping it alive. Into Jagney, into the penalty area. Jagney crosses the box. It's gone for Gilpin. It suddenly has. I don't know how he has. I don't know how it's not gone in there. But the chances are coming. We do need to tighten. If we can't get a second goal, let's tighten the game off, I think. Gilpin worked it wide. He's found a cross. Walker should finish. He hasn't. Another big miss. I can't praise them again. I'm just going to time waste a little bit here. That's the one I'm looking for. Let's just time waste frequently. Fine. We're into the final 15 minutes here. We're into the second round of the FAFRs would be big. They've got a corner though, and Franklin went very close. Okay, let's not do that, boys. Let's focus. I'm going to praise them still because it's the only thing that seems to work. Right, 7 minutes to go. We might be able to kill the game off here. Long ball towards Gilpin. That cross though, Gilpin's pretty good in the air, weirdly. He's got the goal today. And we've looked pretty good. A solid performance this. I'm pretty pleased. Look, maybe this offers a different bow to our string. We don't really have the attacking midfielder for it, but that is full time. We've won by a goal to 0, and we've done enough. I think Harry Hammett wasn't on form today. Maybe we didn't play to his strengths, but we've done enough. Now, just had an achievement there because I think that makes it 5 clean sheets in a row for us. yeah, 5 clean sheets in a row, so that's good. And actually, I quite like to round it off against Dudley with a month of clean sheets to be good. FA VAR second round might be where we come back. It could be a double cup header actually, as we enter the Midland League Cup in the first round. I want to win that this year. I think we can win that this year. Let's see what we can do. Is there a cup draw coming? I think there's a cup draw coming, right? Here we go. FA VAR second round draw then. I mean, who are the highest? What's the highest division in this? I'm assuming it's like step 3, I would think. So, I mean, I'm going to draw all the teams, see what we get. It could be a difficult one, this. There are some pretty good teams in compared to us at this level. That's rude, isn't it? We get Romulus. Now, that's a name that actually rings a bell to me. Romulus are the home team. They play at the Castlevale Stadium. They play in the Midland League Premier Division. Okay. We're considered the bigger team, but I think we've broken the game with the signings we've made. The Midland League Premier Division is a step above us. What is it? It's got to be step 9 again, I think. Midland Football League Premier. I think it's step 9 again. I think it's the game we're going to win quite comfortably, actually. They're not playing that well either. And looking at it, I mean, I expect us to win Midlands League. We might come back for the third. We might come back for the first round. The third round, because I think we can get through to January here, and I don't think we'll lose again. Well, that's famous last words, isn't it? Yeah. If you enjoyed the tactical little look here, then make sure you drop a like on the video. We are flying forward this season. Let's get through a few games now and move forwards the save on a little bit. But yeah, like the video, subscribe to the channel for more, and until next time, up the Darlaston. Peace. Up the Darlaston.